Confidence at work and confidence in love come from different skills. So let's take a look at this. First, you have competence. So when you're in your work environment, when you're at your career or in your career, you have a certain kind of competence, right? You have a sort of certainty, you have an expertise. You know what you're doing. If you do this, you get this result, and you move up the ladder of success, right? It has a pretty obvious way of doing things, especially since you've been developing this skill for many years. But the opposite would be confidence in love, where it's seemingly the opposite, where you have things like vulnerability and empathy and emotional awareness. Kind of the opposite, it seems. But do you see how learning those skills, a little bit like what you've probably heard of in business called soft skills, there's a lot of overlap. Do you see how that could help you in your business? So it's a double win for you. Because here's the thing, your work identity isn't your personal identity. A lot of people think that. So a lot of people, let's say if you're a doctor, you're a physician, you're known as a doctor. I am a physician. A lot of times people will get their doctorate and still want to be called Doctor so and so. Why? Because it's the ego. You are your career, or you identify with your career. So the ego takes on these aspects of a career. I am an engineer. I am this. I am a CEO. And you take on this role. Well, the role isn't you. You've decided to do that. It's a job. We can call it a career, a fancier name for a job, but it's just a job. It's not who you are. It's just someone you're pretending to be to get you the result of a certain kind of achievement, right? Certain kind of success. It's different hats. So here's the trick. When you're in your career and you want to get that success, wear that hat, the one that you tried and true success, right? When you're not in your career, maybe everywhere else, put on a different hat. And that's what we're talking about here, because presence is greater than status. And status would be the thing you have at work. So when you're moving up that ladder, when you're getting more prestige, you're getting more pay, you're getting more, clout at work, whatever you're doing, you get more status and it feels really good. And your ego gets bigger and you get taller and you're more important. That doesn't mean anything or very little when we're talking about love or emotional relationships, intimate relationships, where presence is key. Being in the moment. Emotional safety equals attraction. So throw that other hat, or hang the other hat up. Don't throw it up. You're going to need it. But hang it up and put on the other one so you can develop these new skills. Learn relational confidence. So things like being in touch with your emotions, how things relate on a more spontaneous interpersonal level, and knowing that things are more experiential. Because again, when you learn these, again, we'll call them soft skills, there's again some overlap, you not only benefit a bit more at work in your career, but it's pretty much the only way that you're going to have a truly successful relationship, because relationship confidence is a totally different skill. Fortunately, it's a skill that you can learn.